Merry Christmas, everybody. About a month ago, we released a video that we were going to be following something called Light the World. And as we participated in that, we found a lot of new ways and ideas to serve people. Some of these were organizations, other ones were apps, and just all kinds of creative ways to serve people around us. And we wanted to share some of those with you guys.
So, one of the apps I really liked, I took notes, I have to pull it up to make sure I get it right, is called Guiding Eyes for the Blind. And they are a school for seeing eye dogs. And they need volunteers. They need volunteers for all sorts of things, from helping to raise a seeing eye dog from a puppy, where you can go take classes and learn how to raise them. And then when it's all trained, they can go home with a new master. That's a real labor of love. You can breed them. You can do home litter care, where they bring them to your house for a couple days a week so that they get used to being around other people. There's socialization activities. You can go to their campus and volunteer and spend some time with the dogs there. We're dog lovers. We know lots of you are too. What a cool way to give back to the blind by donating your time and energy to raising their companion, their tool to help them navigate through this life. So, Guiding Eyes for the Blind, they're mostly in the East Coast, but check them out. And if they're not in your area, you can find, there's like 11 other seeing eye dog training resource colleges out there. So if they don't align with you, there will be another one that does, if that sounds interesting to you.
Another one that all of us have heard of is the food bank. But I wanted to give you a little tip with the food bank. A lot of times they have food drives, which are great. But another good thing to know is that your dollar that you spend at the store to buy items to donate to a food bank drive, if you donate that cash straight to the food bank, they can actually make that go further because they get a lot of deals from, grocers and things like that. So donating cash to the food bank.
My favorite organization in this project that I came across was the Be My Eyes app. And what it does is it allows blind people to FaceTime with you so that you can be their eyes in any given situation. So if they're at a bus stop and they need to know what the schedule looks like, or if they're checking their milk to see if it's expired, they pull up the app on their phone, dial in, and then it goes out to different people, and it's anyone who's available picks up, and then they have a conversation, and the blind person says, "Hi, I can't see, I'm blind, I'm trying to determine if my milk is expired or not. Can you look at this date? It should be on the screen and tell me if it's expired or not." And you can be their eyes. So that's a really cool way to use technology. This app is only available for iPhones right now, unfortunately, and we use Androids, but we have been signed up to be notified when the Android version is available because we really want to do that. So if you have an iPhone, or if you have an Android, go over there to the Be My Eyes app and check it out. It's a really cool way to help people who can't see.
Another thing that we can do that I have a tendency to forget about and overlook is donating blood. It's something that we can all do on a regular basis, and it's something that, our body's replacing our blood constantly anyway, so if some of that can go to someone who needs it, that's amazing. And, that saves lives, and most of us, if we haven't received blood transfusions, there's someone close to us who has. And so, that's something that I want to start doing on a fairly regular basis, is donating blood.
It's free. It just takes time.
Mm-hmm.
For 2017, we want to be more focused on other people and less focused on ourselves. And the big way we're going to do that is through justserve.org. That is a super cool website. Here, let me pull it up. What it does is you put in a zip code, and it tells you all the service opportunities around that zip code. So right now we're in Tucson. Since we're moving all the time, it's really hard to be there long enough to get to know the organizations and what they need, but this app really helps. So if I put in Tucson, Arizona in the search, there are 46 service opportunities within 5 miles of Tucson. Let me read some of them to you. Some of them I'd never known about or would have found without this app. Sewing projects for children who are abused or neglected. Undies and sock drive for toddlers. A book drive. My mom is a speech pathologist at an elementary school, and she was working with one of her students and said, "Well, this weekend, why don't you go home and read one book to your mom?" And the girl said, "I don't have any books in my house." And she found that with several of her students. So sad that elementary school children, some of them don't have a single book in the house. So I'm a big fan of book drives. English Spanish translators, physical therapists for a prosthetic clinic, volunteers to keep a shop running free. So we're working to combat sex trafficking in Tucson. One way we raise funds to do this is by receiving donated bridal and formal dresses and reselling them at our shop free ever after. Meal delivery to homebound adults through Mobile Meals of Tucson, Big Brothers Big Sisters, homeless drop-in center volunteer. If you see people on the side of the road with signs and you don't know how to help them, homeless centers are great ways. I know in Salt Lake, no homeless person should go without a meal. There's enough resources there that they can feed every single homeless person every meal if they would just go to the homeless center or to the homeless center. Refugees focus donations, youth diversion programs, beads of courage, packaging and organizing beads at the headquarters for distribution to ill children at hospitals. These are all simple things, and it goes on and on. 46 different groups here in Tucson, and I guarantee if you hop on there, justserve.org, put in your zip code, you will find so many ways to serve other people and organizations that need your help in your area.
One organization that I came across on Just Serve when we were still in Utah is one where they take donated wedding dresses and they need volunteer seamstresses to sew them into burial clothing for stillborn infants or infant deaths. And I thought that was a really cool one.
What a cool way to... That wedding dress will do way more good there than sitting in your closet doing nothing.
Yeah. Another thing, too, is, there are assisted living care centers for the elderly all over the place, and a lot of these people don't ever have visitors. And I think, contact them, because to go in and to, just maybe find one or two people to just sit and visit with, or to play a game of cards with, or if you can sing or play to, play a song for them, they would love it. And I just think we don't have kids, and so I think, oh my gosh, someday we're going to be lonely old people, and I hope that nice people will come in and visit with us. So that was another one.
Yeah, when we looked up the stats on that, I believe it was 60% of people staying in an assisted living home never get a single visitor for the duration of their stay. And that's sad. And so even if you don't know the person, you can still visit with a stranger. And truth be told, that's been our favorite part of this lifestyle, is all the new friends we're meeting, all the new people we're meeting, regardless of race, religion, creed, demographic, age. We all find something to connect with them and something in common. And what a great way is to find an assisted living center or nursing home or a rehab center where you can go visit with someone who doesn't get visitors. I'll bet that would... I mean, if you're there for 3 years and you've never had a visitor and you have one visitor, you're going to remember that. Another organization we just applied for is called Musicians on Call. Now, we are not amazing musicians. We're hobbyist musicians, but we love music. It's blessed our lives, and we've blessed other people's lives with music. And we want to continue blessing their lives with music. So this is a cool program where they reach out to musicians, and once a month they invite you to come to a hospital and play music for people who are recovering. Could be children, could be elderly, could be cancer patients, could be whatever. And they coordinate it with the hospitals. We thought about just showing up and doing that once, but there's some security concerns that every hospital is not going to just let random people go and, visit the halls. So this organization fills out all the paperwork in the background so that we can just go visit and brighten someone's day with our music. So we've applied for that. We haven't been accepted yet. Fingers crossed they accept us, but that would be really fun to go play music for people who don't have the help that we do. And I'm really excited about that prospect. There's other options out there too. Musicians on Call is not the only one, and they're only located in a few cities, so I'm not sure how it's going to work when we're traveling. It'll be interesting to see, but we're really excited to learn more about that program, and there's a bunch of other ones for musicians to bless the lives of sick people in hospitals. As we followed this Light the World program, every day we were given like 10 different ways we could serve that day. And sometimes it felt like I was a solution in search of a problem. Like Thursday, I'm supposed to help feed the hungry, but I didn't really come in contact with anybody. I was looking and looking, but didn't find anyone. But on Saturday, I did. And so we may not have aligned the days exactly as they were outlined, and that's okay. Service isn't about like rules. It's about helping other people. But when I look back at the month, we were able to do everything where it organically fit. But the important part was to do service, you have to be connecting with other people. You can't be a hermit in a cave serving other people. You need to be connecting with them. You need to be talking with them. You need to get outside your comfort zone. You need to be looking for people in need. And that's the big thing that changed for me through this, was it helped me focus every day to find someone in need that I could bless. And as you all know, when you give, you always receive more than the person receiving the gift. So it's been a great month, great focus, and we're going to continue that into 2017 as we use justserve.org wherever we are to find new ways to serve other people.
I agree with Steve. Some of the best experiences that I had were just things that happened because I was paying attention. I'm very routine oriented, but just slowing down and paying attention to what was going on around me and just noticing as I go into the store, there's someone in a wheelchair behind me, or a mom with a double stroller, or the little things like that. Just, it was good for me to remember to just pay attention and snap out of, my routine sometimes.
Yeah, and everybody has unique gifts that they can give. So I was a bike mechanic in high school. I found someone's bike who needed a tune-up, and I was able to give it a tune-up. That's something I can do that most people can't do. There are other people that need sewing projects. I can't do that, so I'm not very helpful there. But everybody's unique. Everyone has unique skills and experiences and stories. So find what makes you unique and find a way to help someone else with that skill that you have.
So we want to invite you guys to share in the comments below some of the ways that you like to give back, whether these are organizations or just random acts and things that you've done or seen done. This is not an opportunity to get kind of snarky about what organizations are better than others. This is meant to be a resource, so be polite and share. So as we said, we are not professional musicians, but music is something we love, and it's taken a backseat the last couple of years as things have been a little bit crazy. We're starting to settle back into routine and try and restore some balance, and bringing music back into our life is definitely going to be a part of that. So to kick that off, for Christmas, our gift to you is going to be a song by Relient K called Like a Lion, and you may recognize some of the themes from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Be so nice to look out the window and see those very first few flakes of snow. And later on we can go outside, create the impression of an angel that just fell from the sky. When February rolls around, I'll roll my eyes, turn a cold shoulder to these even colder skies. By the fire, my heart it heaves a sigh for green grass waiting on the other side. It's always winter, but never Christmas. It seems this curse just can't be lifted, but in the midst of all this ice and snow, our hearts stay warm 'cause they are filled with hope. Be so nice to look out the window, see the leaves on the trees begin to show. The birds would congregate and sing a song of birth, a song of new things. The winds would come and the sun would shine. I'd go outside and I'd squint my eyes, but for now I will simply just withdraw, sit here and wish for this world Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Mwah.
That was awful. Let's do it one more time.
From the top.
Here we go. Yeah.